And I guess I can test this too. Let's make sure my computer's picking up the sound. Yeah, it appears to be. So, in theory, I should get heard on the stream. That would be very strange otherwise. Which one is the file? That one. Yeah. Alright, so my computer's definitely picking up now, so the question is my stream now picking up the sound? So let's find out if that's happening or not. Let's find out. Alright, yeah, I think I'm heard now. So, let's go back to it. I don't know why people would tune in for like 3 minutes and not mention anything. Oh, we actually got a second barracks here from Terran, so we're going to go back into it. Now that I can be heard. I don't know why my mic does that. It seems like I have to unplug it and replug it. Sometimes it just like loses the sound. Alright, we got 2 Marines at the front, but the scary thing is this is barracks play against 10-15 gate with an academy, but I don't think range is going to be anywhere near fast enough to deal with this, and this is going to be a lot of goon micro with just pure Marine. Like, I have a feeling he's going to get pretty wrecked. That's my sneaking suspicion. You can see he's getting his range. Pretty typical stuff here. 2 more goons building that next pylon. And we're going to have some dragoons making their way over to Terran's base soon. And we can see the academy's not done yet. So let's see if he goes for range first. Maybe with a bunker he can live till he gets more stuff out. But if he doesn't go for range, he's going for stim first. This is not gonna work out good at all, I don't think. And his Marine count's just not that high right now. He's only got 3. And now he's going to see there are 3 goons. So right now he got equal goon count to Marine count. He's actually floating one of his barracks. This is not an opportune moment for this. I mean, I know he wants to have them symmetrically placed for easier macro, but you're getting 10-15 gated with no range Marines, and he's trying to make a medic, but he's only got 4 Marines. This is just not going to work out. He's got nothing. He's adding a 3rd barracks, but he's just got nothing. Even if that 1 medic gets out, it can be sniped because it's a solo medic. And once you have 4 goons, you can just one-shot the Marines and kind of invalidate the fact that medic even exists. Alright, so now we're just running in here. He might not be able to pick off Marines quite yet, but he will be able to soon. We can see they're starting to get low on health, just microing back his goons. His range is done. I'm surprised he's not doing the full stutter micro. Just needs to wait for those 4th and 5th ones, and then he can just walk on these Marines and take them down crazy fast. We can see doing a little stim action there. Raising that DPS a little bit, and he's going a little too soon, tries to get off a free hit on the Marine. Medic actually not healing because it's walking around, and now he's going to walk in here with all these goons and cause a bunch of problems. He can now one-shot the Marines as he does have the critical 4 goons. You can see Bamboo is just running away to go hide, and SCV's maybe going to be pulled. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be pulled, but I mean, this is just a wrecking ball. The Marines are actually separated from the medics. He could target down the medics if he wants, but it looks like he's just going to kill the SCVs. Medics are being pulled, or SCVs being pulled desperately off the line to try and surround the goons. If he gets good surround, SCVs are actually not too bad against dragoons. But, I don't know, this is a lot of goons. He's actually not reinforcing this, though. But this is still going to do somewhere between a lot and a critical amount of damage, like just a GG-inducing amount of damage. We can see the Marines are instantly dying as they come out of the barracks. He's got no army. He's got a decent medic count, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, he's actually killed off 2 of the goons, though, so he is slowly reducing the count. But he's just going to be in such a hilariously bad situation now. Even if Protoss isn't expanding, and actually more goons are being sent up now. We can see the rallying goons. One of them gets trapped, though. Again, those SCVs are pretty strong fighters. And now 2 more wandering in, and again, the Marines away from the medic. 1 goes down, more goons being rallied in. And it's just going to be one of these points where I don't think he'll ever get the critical mass. And of course, now he's lost some SCVs. His economy's weaker. He hasn't been mining very well. Medics are exposed. A few more Marines are popping, but really this situation is getting as bad as it can be. I think it is up to the 3-gate Dragoon now. And Asmodee's just going to out-goon pump this and roll over the rest of this. And there's not much left to say. This game is over. It's not featured on TL because we didn't know exactly when the cast would start, and Leg didn't have time to get it calendared. Yeah, he's dead. We're just waiting on GG. Watching SCVs die, but I mean, 3-gate goon reinforcements with not a single active Marine out on the map, like, this is not happening for him. He's got 1 medic healing SCVs. And now we got, again, we're up to 5 goons in the main. Those Marines getting pummeled. SCVs still fighting against the goons. It's a long and valiant and drawn-out defense of death. I mean, 3 Marines, yeah. And again, there's still 4 Dragoons, so they can just one-shot the Marines. The medics don't even get a chance to heal. Not really much to say about this. Just waiting for this game to GG to be called. I'm surprised he's continuing to call on this line. There we go, GG. Alright, so 8th team goes up 1-0. The accent should be on the E, Asmodi. I don't... isn't E the normal accent? I'm not, I guess, sure what you're saying. You'd have to type, like, phonetically how you feel it should be pronounced. Here we go, into the next set of games. And this is going to be between... I guess we'll see, I don't know. But the players, most of these players are not using team tags for this. So spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner as our teal Protoss, we have DM White, who actually happens to be from WeMade, so that works out perfectly. I'll call him White. And in the bottom right-hand corner as our red Protoss, we have Ponaka, I guess. For KA. Yeah, there we go. And he is the red Protoss. There we go. And I don't know, I didn't pay attention to the map in the countdown. I think it's Fighting Spirit though. Yeah, isn't it Asmodi? I mean, I don't know how else I would say it. Unless you're just saying to like Asmodi and have a heart. I don't know exactly what you're meaning. We've got the pylon, nobody gonna cheese the heck out of anybody else, at least not with like proxy gates or anything like that. And we can see that White is scouting correctly right after the pylon, so he's gonna have good quick information. Unless you mean Asmodee as opposed to Asmodee. I guess those can kind of be distinct from each other. Oh, Asmodai? I don't know, this is hard. Oh, and it looks like Ponaka is going to scout through the center, or just check the center for gates. But there aren't any gates. Perhaps that early probe timing making him suspicious, or perhaps just doesn't want to risk the possibility of getting 9-9 center gated. And a little surprising here, he's actually got a probe chasing White's probe around. A little atypical. Usually you don't do that. It's just lost mining time for a probe that's not actually going to do anything. Yeah, it's definitely a bit strange. Either way, we've got a Cyber Core going up. We got probes going on to gas. And actually, if we take a look here, I think it's Zealot first. Yeah, it's Zealot first here for White. I'm a little surprised by that, given that he could see it wasn't 2-gate, that he didn't just make the core first, but maybe he wants to harass or something with that first Zealot. And obviously, if we look over at Ponaka, we can see he might actually be skipping Zealot altogether and going straight for Dragoon. It's a little less common in PvP, but he does now have a probe in there to inform his decision making. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go Goon first, not going to make a Zealot whatsoever. And we can see there's the core for White, who actually opted to make 2 Zealots before core, so yeah, definitely wants to do some aggression right now, which may or may not work out. I'm not familiar with this. He'll have a Goon out to micro against this Zealot, which will be pretty nice, but this Zealot might arrive a little bit before the Dragoon actually pops, and he'll have a little bit of a window to harass and be annoying. You can see the second Zealot now is going to also come harass. And the probe, see if he throws down any mana pylons or anything obnoxious like that. Looks like he's trying to, maybe just looking to harass a little bit. Gotta be careful not to get drilled on. Doesn't want to lose it, because with that probe you can two-shot probes, and the Goon is out now. Okay, so this should do pretty limited damage, to be perfectly honest, especially if he can run his probes decently. I don't expect this to be that threatening. Going for the gas probes, which can be nice because obviously delaying your opponent's gas mining is a little bit obnoxious for them. But I don't... Oh, he's actually going to get a kill. Oh, whoa! Whoa, that looked like the Zealot started his attack animation and then stopped, and now getting completely drilled on, and that was taken care of quite easily. So really not proving to be a threat at all. It gets 0 kills, and the second Zealot is most likely going to meet the same fate, especially with the Dragoon support there to get rid of it, and the second one also out now. So we'll see if he can continue his streak of nice probe running / probe drills here. Actually, yeah, this Zealot is derping hardcore. He's like right-clicked it and is not watching it. So yeah, that just got annihilated. You can see a second gateway going up here for White. Probably knowing he's going to need to do something to match that Dragoon count here. Although still just 1 gate for Ponaka, so not really that threatening. We can see a probe actually makes it in. It's going to see the second gateway, going to see the spinning core. That's just a pylon. And we've got the robo facility going up for Ponaka, and the second gateway as well. So now it's a question of, are we going to see Reaver builds, or are we going to see Ops expand, or what? So we got the robo going up now. So pretty similar builds, a slightly different order of the buildings. We've got gate or robo first from Ponaka and gate first from White. Obviously the Dragoon count though is quite different, 3 against just 1. Although there will be 3 by the time he gets there. And up the ramp, obviously White will be not in any sort of danger from that attack. Okay, I was like, wait, probe is going to run into some Dragoons. Ponaka just going to poke up the ramp here just to try to get a feel for the goon count, see if it's like DT or something like that. And then he'll see that there's 3, and he will back right down from that ramp. See a 4th goon out now, and if we take a look here, we can see he's getting his shuttle, and he's going straight for the support bay, actually going to be skipping the op, so that's going to get him reverse out very fast. And what about White? Getting an observatory, so he's going to be going ops first. So I guess you could say a little bit of an advantage for Ponaka in one sense. I mean, the vision is nice, but having the faster Reaver is pretty powerful. And now it looks like White is going to move out here to his natural. Doesn't want to stay up the ramp, otherwise you can just get contained up there if you just sit up the ramp, and that doesn't go well at all. Really, really never a smart idea. You can see now a shuttle is being started, so we should see the Robo Bay being thrown down here any moment. Okay, oh yeah, never mind, he'll probably start it like once the ob starts, or once the shuttle's really close to being done. 50% shuttle's the standard time to start the Robo Bay. That way it finishes right when the Robo Bay finishes right when the shuttle's done, so you can make the Reaper. Robo Bay? I mean, nobody makes a shuttle bay without a Robo Bay. Where's it gonna be? You gonna make it? Oh, he's trying to sneak a probe in, and this might work. He might get into scout. We've got a shuttle with a Reaver. Oh, never mind. The Dragoons see it and move back to kill it. And there is a forgotten Robo Bay, most likely. He's got a very, very lonely shuttle and no robotics facility anywhere. That's very odd. I don't think he's going to try to elevate her, and we're going to have a little bit of an attack from Ponaka, who has only 1 Reaver. Honestly, this attack feels a lot stronger with 2 Reavers, but we'll see how the control is. He's running in. The goon count is definitely less. It looks like it's 6 against 9. We'll see if this is enough to do any damage. I think with good micro, White can be just fine. Reaver getting off a nice free shot there, though. Splashing onto 4 goons, apparently having a little pause, getting off another shot, actually killing a goon. Alright, so this situation gradually getting better. Is there any sign of the Robo facility? Okay, there it is. Now it's remembered. Maybe he was just intending to build 2 ops first. I don't know. The Reaver is now dropped, and we'll see how the control is here. He just got to spread his goons, gradually take 1 or 2 maybe to go for the Reaver, but I think it's just enough goons that, yeah, he's just going to roll over this pretty well. I thought he was, but now his goons are kind of getting clumped, and the Reaver is still alive doing damage, but I don't think he's going to do enough. Going to try to get out of there with the shuttle. Reinforcing goon coming in, Reaver being dropped, and the reinforcements for this attack are fairly good, and he is delaying the expansion for WeMade while getting up his own expansion, and we can see the goon counts are pretty even, so this is working out fine for Ponaka, who's looking to be very aggressive, actually going to try to go up the ramp. Probes are going to need to be pulled most likely. The Reaver trying to get through with the Scarab. Oh, a Scarab unfortunately going to an already pre-dead goon. Nice split there from White, just being very calm, controlled micro. That's really what you got to be careful of doing in this matchup. Like, a lot of times you'll see players that are newer, they'll grab like 10 goons and just like, go for the Reaver. Which, unless you like know you can get it, that's really risky. You'll just waste all your time shooting the Reaver, and they'll just pick it up, and you'll have 10 wasted shots, and you can end up losing battles really easy that way. And it looks like Ponaka is looking to continue this attack. We've just got the 2 goon offensive here. It sounds like a chest opening or something saying it that way. But either way, the Reaver is doing quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure what the kill count is on it, but it has softened up a ton of Dragoons, and we probably won't get to see it, honestly, because of the Scarabs. Oh, the Reaver's out! Oh, nice pickup! Oh, God! Oh, God! White is having a huge moment! Totally derps, despite having the shuttle right there, loses the Reaver. Now that probes are entirely undefended, you can see they're trying to run, but they know they've got nowhere to run. They're horribly bunched. This Scarab could do tremendous damage on these probes. Oh, my God, yes. Big hit there, and a second big medium hit goes off. The shuttle may meet its fate here now, but actually there's reinforcing goons from Ponaka, and this is not working out for White. Oh my god, he's got no probes left. I think this game is pretty much decided now. He's got like 8 probes left. There's 2 goons, a Reaver in his base. That not picking up the Reaver with the shuttle was huge. Could have had a Reaver to help deal with this. He's actually trying to use the shuttle to save his remaining 8 probes, but let's face it, he's not mining. His base is overrun with Dragoons. He is producing his last round of Dragoons because oh, actually no, he's actually got some saved money from this. He's actually got some saved money, but now there's 4 goons and a Reaver in here, and the Gateway is actually taking damage. He can't do anything about the Reaver at all because of the shuttle, and more goons being rallied in across the map. This game is sealed, and this is over again. We're seeing a very long time before the GG, and there it is, GG. Takes it up 2-0 in favor of Team 8. Yeah, that was really good Reaver control, to be honest. I really thought White was going to take that pretty easy. He ended up clumping his goons a little bit more than I would have liked to see, but honestly, it was pretty good micro for a while. But he just got the pickups right. White maybe could have been a little more aggressive. He basically put no pressure whatsoever on the Reaver. Honestly, if he'd even sniped a shuttle, he probably would have at least stabilized in that game. I mean, we can't say he would have won, but he would have at least stabilized. So we're going to go into Rock against Broad Street. So, in the top left-hand corner, as our purple Zerg from WeMade, we have Pad Thai Special, who I'm going to call Rock, because that's the name he uses, or one of the names. And on the top right-hand corner, as our Red Terran, we have Broad Street. I like that these players are spawning consistent colors for me. That's very nice of them. Pono, Broad Street. Broad Street. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, next game. I don't know if it actually was responsible for tons of kills, but it was responsible indirectly for like almost every kill. Like, it softened up so many goons. Like, it killed a couple on its own, but a lot of times it was like the 1 or 2 goons that were actually like dealing the finishing blows. Alright, so what map? Oh, this is probably Jade. Looks like a reverse ramp map with a third down there. So we got a TVP or TVZ on Jade. That means potential for 9 pool speed here. Can be a pretty strong opening. As with the reverse ramp, if the Marines are on it and you're blocking with SCVs, doesn't work out. But it looks like Broad Street's going to go for the wall here. Throw the barracks right there, depot there, and we'll have a nice tight wall. Be 100% tight, even to Lings, as you'll have depot on top of depot is tight, and barracks below depot is tight to everything. So it'll end up being 100% tight. Doesn't necessarily mean that he will go for mech, as you would often see with a wall. It might just be one way of dealing with the Lings. The only danger is if it's... Actually, if it's 9 pool speed, does the Lings get there before the wall finishes? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. And we've got the... Oh, gas trick. Alright, so it's just... Might have been 9 pool with a gas trick, I'm not sure. We'll see if he's timed this right. It looks like he should have. Yeah, he'll have his 3 larvae, so he can hatch those Lings out quite quickly. But the wall will be started for sure by the time these Lings get here. And there we go. 3 Lings on the way. Not going to have any speed with them, which is fine because there's a wall up. That's a pretty good counter to speedlings. Just sit at that wall and repair all day long. Alright, so here comes the scouting drone. Not going to get any... Well, it's going to get a little bit of intel, but not going to get any more other than... hey, there's a wall. You can try to harass the SCV, but Marine's on the way, and there's also an SCV there to defend his buddy. Like, hey, back off, bully. Go back home, which it looks like is what Rock is going to do. This Overlord has not yet started its transit over... Actually, I don't know. Are there any good cliffs for the Overlord to even hang out? Where do you hang it out? Like, right over here? I guess that's where it'd go if you scout with it. Okay, the SCV. Let's see if he can intercept this and block this SCV off. How quickly is... Or how close is Broad Street paying attention? Oh, God, he's not! Oh, no! Oh! Say what? What minerals did he see to glitch through? I don't know how he did that. That looked like he glitched through, but I don't know what minerals he saw to pull that one off. Alright, so a refinery now being built. So it looks like we will see... Wait. We can't say we're going to see mech. It could be like +1 5-rex eBay. Yeah, okay, +1 5-rex. And 4 Lings coming across the map. Just going to sit outside the front of the base to keep watch. See, 2 are actually being kept on the ramp to block any more SCVs from getting into the main, but nothing too tricky going on in there right now. He's got enough gas to layer a little bit late, about 25 or 28 gas late or whatever. And there's the academy as well. So we'll see if Rock is prepared to deal with +1 5-rex. See how his Muto link control is. Assuming he opens with that. It looks like it's actually going to be 2-hatch Muto, though. This can be pretty strong against +1 5 racks, because +1 5 racks, because you stay on 1 racks for a while getting these upgrades, it doesn't have all that many Marines at the 2-hatch muta timing. So if the control here from Rock is good, this can be very, very dangerous for Broad Street. At the same time, if he delays too long, then you got a bunch of +1 Marines out, which are very dangerous against the mutas, especially if they are not upgraded. Alright, and the creep colony going down at the front. I'm not sure that's 100% necessary, especially since with 2-hatch muta, a lot of times you'll make extra lings, although maybe he's opting not to do that because there's a wall here. Just figuring, it won't end up being worth it to make extra lings. I won't be able to run in and kill anything because he's got that wall up. We can see the second gas being taken. 3-hatch lurker versus 3-hatch muta. I don't know. I think 3-hatch lurker has its own set of problems against it, but it's been a while since I talked to someone. I remember having a conversation with, I don't know, Baku or someone about the differences between those builds. Like, on the one hand, it sounds like it'd be pretty nice because the detection's a lot slower, but I think there's other issues. But it's been too long since I had the conversation, so I'm not sure exactly what he said. Oh, I want to point out this barracks is nicely positioned too, where he's got it here. He's got it so that units pop on the inside. If you put it in other places, they'll pop on the outside of the wall, and then obviously they can just be picked off and die. We can see more racks are coming up right now for him. He's got his +1. His stim is about to finish. Oh, actually, wait. This is 2-hatch lurker? Yeah, this is 2-hatch lurker. Okay. I just assumed it's going to be 2-hatch muta, but it's going to be 2-hatch lurker. Alright. So he will probably need a bunker at the front then to survive this. Oh, coming out. Lings notice and do go ahead and run away, but they don't have any speed with them right now. As I totally misadjust my banner. Okay, so he's putting a bunker up here. 2 is kind of the standard protocol against it. Trying to run the Lings by and see what's going on. It looks like he will make it by. He's going to get a look at what's being built there. But yeah, what the... I guess he feels his lurker is going to be done, but this is +1 5 racks. You don't need 3 Sunkens, man. He doesn't have that many Marines, and you're about to go on the aggressive with lurkers and stuff. Morphing some lurkers over here in kind of a hidden spot. But with that bunker there, decent defensive potential. What is his status of scan energy? It's not all that high. Are we going to see it? Oh, for a second I thought we might have seen like a slow drop too. But that is not going to be what this is. Range is going to be done by the time he gets here though. So won't be able to do any like burrowing lurkers out of the range of bunkers. But the reason why like 2 bunkers is standard is because the lurkers, obviously they're splash. And then if you try to repair, they kind of deny that because they splash onto all your repairing SCVs and they just kind of instantly disintegrate. But usually 2 bunkers and some detection is enough to hold 2-hatch lurker aggro. So we're going to have a bunch of lings going across the map. I'm a little worried that they're still slow lings. They're not going to be fast lings. But this force is way too small to be moving out against this. We can see the lurkers. The lings are going to run right into it, fighting a firebat head-on. Horrible control there from... Rock, not noticing that in time, but does now pull back. He's trying to run in here, but there are going to be scans. He needs to throw it down, though, before he loses the bunker. And one lurker is going way too far and actually gets assassinated. And these lings here, I don't know where they're going, but he's got 3 Sunkens at home, so it's not like that attack is in any danger. Wait, does he not have scans? Has he burned all of his scans? Yeah, he has. He actually doesn't have scans, but he will have 2 scans here in just a sec. He's got to creep forward so carefully. If he throws down the scan, we'll absolutely be able to spread and take those out. And in the meantime, this force at home being very annoying. Denying all these attempts at reinforcements, which actually probably could have won the game, to be honest. Seeing he's already taken down the bunker, if he would have been able to send those lings across, it would have been absolutely devastating, but this group is out here, and he donated like 8 lings to it as well, and there are, unfortunately for him, slow lings, and just inching forward on both sides, trying to force him to burn scans in different areas. We can see another bunker has been put up. I'm a little surprised he doesn't put up a turret, but I guess he's comfortable enough with the amount of scan he has that he thinks he'll be okay. And if we take a look, though, the supply from Rock is super, super low. He's only mining with like 6 drones there and with like 6 drones in the main, so really, really low economy. And it's probably not going to be too long before there's way too many Marines. Whoa, this force kind of overcommitting to this, but there's still a firebat alive. Okay, there we go. Nice job. Rock turns around the lings. But then moves back forward with him. That's not how you do it. All right, he's trying to like, oh no, okay, he's finally pushed it away. And now he's going to reinforce with more lurkers, but there's a bunker up. He's going to have enough now for 4 total scans. As more lurkers arrive, and I just don't think it'll be enough, especially not with a tank out and the vessel probably getting closer. Yeah, we can see the science facility is halfway done. getting closer and closer to that vessel timing, which will almost certainly spell the end of the game if he can't break him. But this is a pretty good spread of Marines. It is without a bunch of Lings. I don't think 5 Lurkers can run here and take this, especially not with the bunker. Oh, and he throws down a scan to get a few free shots off with the tank. Is he actually going to lose a Lurker to this tank? No? Okay. Okay, he does unburrow and reposition that Lurker. And now there are 2 tanks out. And yeah, this should be pretty safe from this. And unfortunately, Rock's eco is so low, I have a feeling he's trying to get a super fast hive and maybe swarm in. The thinking isn't too bad, but I don't know if the hive timing will be fast enough. I suspect it will not be, as the vessel is pretty close to started. It's going to be too long, and honestly, once he's out, he'll have enough time to deal with swarms, and it's not going to be an issue. So I think the situation is about to get really, really difficult here for Rock. He's trying to drone up in the interim. He's got a lot of Lings. I wonder if we're going to see a bust attempt here. I just don't think he can make it work. The medic count is super low, though. But at the same time, that's like 2 to 3 control groups of Marines. And he's actually producing off 6 barracks right now. And the vessel is about to arrive, taking a 3rd base down here. And actually throwing down a sunken at this 3rd base. And that's another issue worth noting. He's on 2 bases only as well. And now there's just 3 Lurkers left. Tons of Marines surging forward, trying to slow him down with the burrows. Lings running in, trying to snipe the tank. Will they get it? Ah, they actually do get it. Wow. I did not anticipate that. We can see the vessel is out. I don't know if he's started researching a radiate yet or if he's already got it. But either way, just 3 Lurkers standing between him and the undefended base of Rock, who has actually got his hive. Actually, he could have Dark Swarm by the time the vessel gets there, but that still means he's playing from a bad position. He's not going to have time to Dark Swarm into the natural and potentially win the game that way. We can see all these Lings now are being pushed off the top, and they are... Wait, they have speed now, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, they've got speed. So say, if he still had slow Lings, this would be a hell of an issue. Either way, big force now for Broad Street, pushing its way across the map, looking more like the traditional 3 tank or a 1 vessel type push. Is there going to be a radiate, or does he already have it, or what? I don't know. Has not irradiated anything yet. I don't think he's researched it yet. The vessel certainly has the energy to do so, and now the tank's just moving forward, and there's just really nothing left here, and I don't know. We'll see if he can get the Defiler mount out in time. He's going to start consume. Consume! Get consumed, damn it! You need it! He's got, like, no money, though. He's got a lot of gas, but he's got no other money, and he's just got so low supply. Like, even if he pushes off this door, he'll probably just run out of momentum. Okay, consume has started, but I'm not sure it's going to be fast enough. There's so precious few units. I mean, he is doing his best to delay, his absolute best, but, I mean, this is almost all the units he has, and the tanks now siege up. The Lurker dies, and now the Marines are going to run into the Sunkens, and GG is delivered. Broad Street goes up 3-0 in favor of 8th team. So unfortunately, the 2-hatch Lurker attempt just not quite working out for Rock in that game. So now we go into set 4. I guess it's Lion against Spirit. So, spawning in the top right-hand corner as our Purple Terran, we have Spirit. And in the bottom left-hand corner as our Brown Terran, we have Lion. So we are going to have ourselves a TVT, folks. I hope you're as excited as I am, as TVT is a fantastic matchup. Players confirming that it's best of 1, which it certainly is. Otherwise, it would just take a long time. So, I don't know. Is this Fighting Spirit or is this Sniper Ridge? Let's find out. It is Sniper Ridge. Alright, so we got TVT here on Sniper Ridge. And we can see, it looks like, wait. That's odd. Usually you don't wall off in TVT. So, I'm not sure what to think of that. A lot of times, the reason you don't do that is because if a tank just comes down here and sieges, then you lose your whole wall. And you can't defend it from inside your wall because of the range. So players rarely wall off in this matchup. Alright, so we've got a second barracks going down here. Or in a second, what am I talking about? We've got a barracks going down. Depot there will complete the wall. And both players are going to scout incorrectly, as both are opting to scout in a clockwise fashion. If you take a look at the timing of both players, Barracks, who has the quote-unquote lead, looks like the lead about 20 hit points for Lion. Obviously doesn't ever end up meeting anything significant. And yeah, we got gas for both players, so neither are going to be opening Rack CC. You might see like Vulture Expand or whatever. A lot of possibilities. I don't really know too much about either of these players or how they like to play, so I don't really have any idea what to expect. And a scouting SCV here. Is he going to make it in, or will the Marine get on the ramp in time and deny info? Ah, perfect. Gets that blocking position. Ah, and the SCV actually gets it. Whoa, it's actually fighting the Marine. What? This SCV is getting physical. It does see the factory going down. And now it meets its, I guess not bloody end, explosive end. And the factory for Lion. Also is faster for Lion, which makes sense given his barracks was a touch faster, his gas a touch faster. Lion had, I guess, faster reactions upon spawn. And of course, very common here, you lift the barracks off. You don't need that many Marines, so you just lift them off and flow to your opponent's base and use them as scouting tools, especially because the other player doesn't usually make a lot of Marines themselves. The barracks can live a very long life, and often it can fly in. Whoa, 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 we got aggro here. We're going to have some serious aggro from Lion. And oh my gosh, we have both players are trying to two-fact each other into oblivion. So we're going to have aggro meets aggro. We'll see who comes out ahead of this with the advantage. And what kind of two-fact they opt to do for. You can see getting the machine shop here. Same thing for Lion. And we've got a Vulture out right now. Oh, two Marines have actually moved out and are sort of intercepting this barracks, but again, it's got so much health. I mean, these Marines literally just tickle it. Art of Turtle says his money is on Lion. I don't actually know the skill. I haven't even heard of, well, Spirit's on IWL, but I don't remember casting of a game of him so far in Gambit's Cup, so I'm not sure. We can see we've got a factory, or we got an add-on. We don't have any upgrades started yet, so just a tank. So it looks like the same for both players. We got siege mode here. We'll see if it's going to be siege mode here as well. It might be a tank first. No siege mode yet. Second tank is started. We got a Goliath and a tank here. So given the builds, I doubt that either player is going to kill each other because they're both two-facting. But one may come out with a better advantage and end up getting a strong positional advantage out of this that'll give them really solid momentum and advantage going into the mid and later game. It looks like mostly tanks, almost exclusively tanks here from Spirit and from Lion. We also see a bunch more tanks. He has made that one Goliath, I guess, in possible anticipation of a Wraith or something of the sort. See, the barracks has arrived, so now he's going to see that it's also two-fact. And we'll see how these players play it out in terms of their positioning and what they go for. And there's actually also a Vulture out for Lion. And here come the next two tanks. So we've got a tank count of 3 for Lion and a tank count of, it's currently 3, but I think it's about to be more. It's going to be 4 for Spirit. So Lion's not going to be able to kill him. Like I said, if he gets there, he might be able to, and Spirit isn't careful, he could get a strong position, but it looks like Spirit already is thinking about this and has his tanks up on the high ground in an intelligent spot. And honestly, if he just sieges them there, it'll stop any of Lion's aggressions. Just dead in its tracks. Yeah. I mean, there's no way he's going to break a greater amount of siege tanks up a hill that are nicely spread. It just won't happen. And we can see, whoa, the one Vulture rolls in, and honestly, he probably should just turn around and go home. He might. Is he going to try to set up a position on this high ridge here? That's really the only possibility. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do. Sieging these tanks a little closer together, ideally, than I'd like to see, but either way, it looks like he's going to try to just set up a position Now, if he had it completely off, Lion would be in a good spot because then suddenly he'd have access to like 75% of the map. That's not the case here. We can see the CC's already started. Actually, Lion CC is ahead, but it's in main, and the CC for Spirit is slightly behind, but it's in the natural. So I think Spirit is actually going to kick in and get CC money slightly faster than Lion will. And oh wait, oh okay, Lion is going to try to go for both of these ridges. And wait, are we having a little fighting here? No, I thought I heard a siege tank going off. Maybe it was the Goliath. I'm not sure. Who wins the race for mining? That's hard to say. That's like dead even. How even are these supplies? So this has worked out. Both players are pretty much completely even in this game. Lion sort of has better positioning, but honestly, I can't tell if he'd be able to hold it. Oh, Marines are kind of like running forward. I can't tell for sure if he'd be able to hold it. We can see Spirit has moved his tanks to make sure he doesn't get access from his third blocked off. He'll be able to take that when he wants to. And if we look at what they are getting, we can see a control tower being added here for Spirit and dropships. And in Lion's base, nothing new being added. And actually, we've already got 3 factories up for Spirit, so it looks like Spirit is playing this quite a bit more unit heavy than is Lion, who is just comfortably sitting on his 2 factories. And I'm very, very curious, is this going to be race with Cloak, or is this going to be drop for dropships? We've got a 4th factory for Spirit, who really wants to go into aggressive mode here. Actually also going to drop a command center as well. Lion is doing so over here, obviously comfortable enough with his map position to go ahead and say, alright, I'm going to make a CC here. And it is going to be dropships. Alright, so that is going to give Spirit some serious braking power against these lines. And honestly, if Lion isn't careful enough and makes too weak of a line, it'll be very easy for him to get overrun at both positions, especially with the dropships out. And oh, is he going for it right now? He's moving forward with these tanks. Moves forward with both of these tanks. Against high ground, one goes down real fast. Tanks are getting off their shots. The second one, I don't think will die. It looks like, yeah, Spirit realizes that can try to get this tank back out of the way so he doesn't lose it needlessly. And there we go. Just going to leave it for now unsieged. We can see the first dropship is out, waiting for tanks to actually go ahead and be able to pick up. And we've got reinforcements here. We can see, obviously, this is going up. Oh, and that's cute. We got a Marine over here harassing, actually denying the building of the command center for half a sec. Going to throw off the timing of the SCV transfer for sure. And oddly, okay, never mind. I thought the tanks were going to leave, and there they go. Now coming back. And there we go. Transfer again for both players. Just like playing this game out dead identical. Despite not having scans, either of them, they're making very, very, very similar choices at similar times. And we are getting a pretty even TVT at this point. Lion still, in theory, has the better map position, but like I said, it looks tentative to me. I'm not sure he can hold that, especially not with a dropship or 2 to deal with. And it looks like now 5 factories for Spirit, and Lion's still off 2 factories, actually going for... Huh? Alright, he's not in need of the upgrade. Why the science facility? Huh. That is a little bit baffling to me. And we can see now finally Spirit starting to get that supply lead from having his 5 factories, and the fact that Lion is teching quite hard. Unless there's another armory somewhere. I mean, I can't think of why else you'd need the science facility. Like, why get... are we gonna go straight for battle cruisers? Is this gonna be like 2-base, 3-base battle cruiser? I mean, that is the physics lab, right? Alright, we're gonna see something different here from Lion. I don't know how well that's supported off of 3 gas. Usually battle cruisers are a late game sort of thing, but obviously if Spirit doesn't scout them and Lion's able to build up a few battle cruisers unexpectedly, that could be very dangerous. Yeah, okay, he is getting his +2 weapons now, alright. Which is really the key upgrade. What's the timing of these versus each other? Because he's getting his +2 weapons as well. Where's his sign? Oh, he's got it right there. Alright, so this is about that far. Oh, it's really identical. Alright, so neither of them are going to have that +2 attack that lets them 2-shot tanks at a critical timing. Oh wow, we've got a few turrets here from Lion to intercept dropships. We can see that Spirit, though, has gotten Goliath over here. He's actually sending some tanks up on the high ground now with his dropship to get access to more bases. This actually kind of reminds me of a game we saw in Ground Zero, where Flash controlled most of the center with a better position, but Fantasy utilized his dropships really well and basically controlled Expos and took Expos using cliffs and kind of played it almost Outsider-esque, like one playing around the outer expansion ring and then Flash controlling the center. That was a kind of a fun game to watch. See the 4th CC going up now for Spirit. So obviously both players are going to be having some seriously crazy income. But right now both players are still content to play very statically. Although obviously if he's going to make battlecruisers, which he is, off of maybe 2 starports, he will be passive for a little while longer. He just needs to be careful. His army is going to be a little small. Needs to be careful not to lose too much map position in the time being. And now the more important question is, does he have any idea of it? He is making tank Goliath, which means he might have an idea, but some Terran players just prefer that sort of army composition as opposed to the more tank vulture style composition. Both having their benefits and drawbacks. Vultures, you obviously have the mobility, the ability to lay mines, rain bases, but Goliaths are a bit beefier for straight on attacking and for dropping on units, and obviously they're nice for dealing with wraiths and or shooting down dropships. Like if the army is really tank Goliath heavy, it's pretty hard to do drops on top of it if the Goliaths are in position. And Lion's setting up a lot more tanks. It looks like he might be repositioning on this high ground ridge here. Is he going to go for a full break? It looks like he wants to do this. He is going to go straight at the 3rd, bringing lots of tanks over and sieging up. One goes down really quick. Honestly, I think if he brings the dropship over here, he should be able to handle this just fine. Yeah, there's a fleet of dropships. This is a bit of a donation for Lion right now. How well controlled is the drop from Ace Spirit? It is actually not that good. The tank's not instantly dissolving at all, but he is going to clean it up. Alright, so he only loses about 2 tanks. 1 Goliath making it into the SCV lines, but that's not big of a deal. That was not a good trade at all for Lion, who we can see now down 30 supply. I'm not sure if he expected those dropships or what. But I'm a little surprised he tried to be aggressive like that when he's going for battle cruisers off of 3 bases. That's a little odd. And he's got scans now, so he should also be aware of his opponent's factory count. I don't really understand that decision making. I mean, knowing your opponent's been on more factories than you for longer and has a bunch of dropships. He's showing his cards really fast here. Wants to break this up. That he was going to kill this Goliath off, but this is... Oh, it's actually going to die to that Goliath. I don't really understand that. I mean, I guess he wanted to break this, but now he seems to be losing control of the game in a lot of different ways. And it seems this is Spirit's cue here, sieging up a little on the low ground. Oh god, but Lion doesn't notice on siege tanks are running in on Spirit's tanks and more donations. This is not looking good so far. Lion seems to be falling apart a little bit here against Spirit. He sent a battlecruiser that did nothing, and now he's lost at least 11 or 12 tanks for almost nothing. His 3rd base is going to get shut down, and he's going to be on 2-base eco now against 4. And 2-base eco trying to go battlecruisers is really not a strong position, especially the loss of that gas. Going to feel that he's actually pulling all the SCVs to try to deal with this. 1 tank goes down. There are a few more tanks coming in the battlecruisers as well. If he takes out the Goliaths, the battlecruisers will eventually clean up these tanks. So it looks like for the moment Lion is actually going to hold his 3rd base. He lost some SCVs at it, but it is TVT, so that tends not to be as crucially big of a deal. There's a tendency to overproduce SCVs, and the gas is just a lot more important. You don't need like crazy minerals in this matchup. So this is not necessarily the end of the world for him. We can see he's got also this hidden base over here. Well, actually, I don't know if I'd call this hidden or not. I don't understand TVT well enough to know if this is hidden, because on the one hand he's got this line here protecting it, so it might be a quote-unquote legitimate base. And it looks like we're going to see some small aggression here from Lion down at the bottom. Still very behind in supply though right now. And again, picking smart places to siege, sieging up on the high ground, and it looks like Spirit running in here right now. Battlecruiser is a little bit vulnerable, but the Goliaths need to turn back. There are a lot of tanks, too many tanks for Spirit to bust unless he brings down the dropship gang to help him here. Speaking of those, they're all chilling up in the main base. He could definitely go drop over here though, and that would be quite obnoxious. There's 2 turrets, but actually there is some decent turret coverage along this whole line. You could fly over the tanks though. And a little repair going on this tank. And we can see this base also about to come up for Spirit. So Spirit is working off the 4 gases right now, and Lion has also reestablished his 4 gases. So in terms of income and whatnot, especially gas income, the game is pretty even, but the supply heavily favoring Spirit here at the moment. And money a little bit on the high side for Spirit and for Lion as well. Both of them operating, well, just 4 factories for Lion and 3 starports. He's actually not producing any battlecruisers. What is happening to Lion's macro right now? This one needs a control tower where I hear sounds of an engagement. It looks like in the center the battlecruiser is trying to break up the tanks, but not going to be able to do it. Oh, one of them actually going down. And the problem is, until you get battlecruisers en masse, they don't trade that well against Goliaths. You need the tank support, really, to make this fight work. He's trying to outmuscle him with battlecruisers, but honestly, the Goliaths are doing really, really great damage right now. He does pick off the tank, though, at the cost of a battlecruiser. No! The battlecruiser gets out. The Goliaths are chasing, and they actually get it. Wow. So he does lose another battlecruiser, but again, he has completely removed the tank presence. And lots more reinforcing Goliaths coming down right now for Spirit. I'm trying to figure out, Spirit has 170 supply, but it doesn't feel very 170 supply-esque. And now Lion is actually getting a good position here on the high ground. He's going to be able to choke off this base and send a tank or 2 back to start dealing with that if he wants to as well. Spirit really is going to need to reclaim this position because he is, like, Spirit is ahead in most ways, but he's behind positionally as Lion has a comfortable hold on both high ground ridges. And really, Spirit, I mean, he's got these bases, but he doesn't really have effective access to them. And if Lion does something about that, I feel like he could definitely take siege tanks down here and shut down the mining from this base. And it looks like Lion is, or Spirit is going to move through the center, and he picks off a turret, but he doesn't need to continue forward. We can see Lion moving forward with 2 tanks. Not sieging them in time. Pulls them back. Looks like he does get out of there. And at the same time, Lion moving forward onto this ridge with his tanks from below, now sieging up. That one for Spirit will go down in a hurry. And Lion is going to maintain his control of the ridge. And now the battlecruiser also coming down to support. And I still see this 170 supply, but I still don't know where it is. Oh, some of it's going to be in a Wraith. We're going to have a little bit of a Wraith transition here from Spirit. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of bases, but not a lot of units. Like, I feel like I'm looking at like 100 supply Terran. I mean, I see that there's like a control group of Wraiths here. And not all of these drops are even loaded. Alright, so here comes... That's only like 6 Wraiths, though. There are no Goliaths supporting those, so this is super vulnerable. He's going to just take out his battlecruiser easy peasy, as Wraiths do fine against them, especially when battlecruisers can't even see the Wraiths. And now he's going to start picking away at these things. We can see a turret is being made for him. He will be able to block that SCV from finishing it, and these tanks need to probably unsiege and leave. And now we can see that Spirit realizes that and is unsieging his own tanks, and is going to charge back and reclaim the position on the high ground as the tanks from Lion go down in a hurry. And okay, now back in a better position positionally, he's regained control of this side of the map, and is maybe looking to establish. I can't tell which way he's going to go. Is he going to go down here or over there? Both direction has bases for Lion, and Lion now rolling out with another set of like 3 tanks and another battlecruiser. And it looks like he's heading straight over here to this command center. This is an interesting choice. This is more playing it like you would in a PvT, where you just go deny the base rather than set up the stronger map position for yourself. And oh, it looks like he's going to move forward, and there's only 2 tanks here. If Lion doesn't see this in time, he can just walk up the slope and break this. It's only 2 tanks, and he has quite a few units over here. Yeah, we can see the first tank falls. The second tank's going to fall here in half a second. It goes down, and now the question is, does Lion have the units to get over there? Does not want to lose 2 of his bases, lose all the mining there at those 2 bases for the time being. He's finally got his 3rd control tower up, but again, the battlecruiser production and macro is just not that on right now for Lion. Definitely could have more production, definitely could have more starports at this point. And okay, there we go. Finally, the battlecruisers again are started now producing in 3s. It's going to be a lot stronger. Might actually lose this CC. And oh, we got a D-Matrix on the front tank. Instantly die. I thought there was a D-Matrix on the tank, and it looks like the tanks from Lion might just be enough to overcome this. And yes, and now with 3 battlecruisers for support, he has unfortunately lost his CC. Now we can see the Goliaths are moving into the main. The battlecruisers also moving to help defend that. We'll see how many SCV kills they can get before those battlecruisers arrive in position. Oh, he's actually going to target fire the CC. That is a mistake to make. Killing SCVs might be worth it, but anything else not going to be worth it. And now the tanks coming up the ramp and the battlecruisers arriving. I don't even think he'll be able to take down a battlecruiser if he tries, as the full force of Lion is arriving over there. And now we'll see if he takes advantage of the undefended initial 3rd base, as he is creeping down here with a few tanks. And again, Spirit's still completely maxed. It still doesn't feel like he has that much army. I mean, he's got a control group here, control group there, and a few unused drop ships over here. Oh, I'd love to see him like drop some of these bases that are just not any units nearby him. And without the dropping power and battlecruisers, you know, Lion lacks the mobility. He doesn't have the turret ring and complete coverage to really deal with decent mass drop play, especially away from the battlecruisers. And I don't know exactly what Spirit's doing, but he's just letting Lion kind of walk around the side of the map. And now Lion sieges up a bit unexpectedly over to his third, but a bunch of Wraiths come forward. There's a lot of Goliaths, though, and the Wraiths turn around. Oh, God, the tanks are pretty clumped here from Spirit. He's trying to muscle it down, but there's 4 tanks and arriving battlecruisers. I think this is going to backfire for Spirit. Yeah, it is absolutely going to backfire, sieging up and pulls the other tanks back. And now sieges up at a little farther, safer position. But again, the battlecruisers are charging forward. That is suddenly a lot of battlecruisers, too, from Lion. The Wraiths getting chased off as well. Many of them eliminated. I don't know if he saved any of those. This position is suddenly a bit scary. There are a few Goliaths there defending, but those are going to fall no problem, as it's already a count of like 5 or 6 battlecruisers. And we can see this turret goes down in a hurry. But at the same time, Spirit has snuck 2 tanks over here and is killing a lot of SCVs off at Lion's base. But again, the SCV is not really that important in this matchup. You often have a lot of CCs and a lot of SCVs in general. Minerals aren't that big of a deal, and he's pulling all the SCVs to try to get rid of this tank. But it's completely supported by battlecruisers, so the SCVs are going to do absolutely nothing. And I don't know, this situation looks a little more precarious now for Spirit. We can see Lion has reestablished his command center. Probably needs to restart mining from it, at least the gas, as he is getting a little bit lower on gas relative to his minerals. And Lion taking out tons of tanks. Where are the Goliaths? Spirit needs more air right now. These battlecruisers running rampant, taking out tanks by the thousands. Okay, now a few more battlecruisers arriving, or Goliaths arriving rather. Oh, he actually picks one off. But again, now he's got great position here, maintaining a bunch of high ridges, camping on top of those high ridges. And tanks from Lion have arrived now to take care of that. And if we look over here, we can see there's 1 starport. He's producing Wraiths full time. And we've actually got some Wraiths engaging battlecruisers. Wait, no, those are battlecruisers engaging turrets. The Goliaths chasing this one off. They might snipe a kill on it. He comes back forward, and yes, that one does go down. But again, he's continuing to push forward with these battlecruisers, and it's only 2 Goliaths here, which is not enough. And Spirit is going to lose all his tanks here at his natural, and is in danger of getting pushed back to main. But a bunch of cloaked Wraiths arriving, and the battlecruisers are a bit out of position. A scan goes down, but the battlecruisers aren't fighting back. They need to get over to their Goliaths. It's too many Wraiths. How many battlecruisers will he lose? It looks like the answer is just those 2. And now the Wraiths retreating out of there. But there are still 2 mining bases for Spirit, but Lion has the potential to be mining off like 4 or 5 bases, to be honest. Seems to be clawing his way back into the game here. Supplies for both players becoming much more even, although the bank for Spirit, especially the mineral bank, is absolutely massive. But we can see kind of the same for Lion. It's just this matchup, you just get excess minerals. It's just how it goes. And yeah, Lion is still producing battlecruisers for sure. Got 3 more about to come. He has just made a few more, so he's starting to get close to that point where you've got a fleet and it becomes really, really, really powerful. Oh, the Wraiths are trying to take out some of the tanks on the high ground to again gain access to this left side of the map, and they are successfully doing so as there's not that many turrets. And we can see Lion actually sending a few Goliaths over to defend. Need to be careful. Ah, he's not watching them. They're going to walk into some tank fire. Does snipe off, though, 2 or 3 Wraiths there, using just the 1 or 2 of those Goliaths, being very effective. And Spirit is actually taking control of this ridge. This is the first time he's actually broken up the position on this ridge all game long. And at the same time, huge army has arrived over here from Lion, has actually taken out the bottom base for Spirit, and now is looking to push right into the main. He's looking like he's going to shut down all of Spirit's mining right now. Which is going to be obviously a really bad situation. At the same time, Spirit pulling tons of SCVs and charging over here. It actually looks like he's going to try to start mining from this base. And this leaves these bases entirely undefended for Lion. And honestly, I don't think there's enough units to stop everything that Spirit has. He needs to maybe go to the high ground and siege up or something. Staying on the low ground might not be the best decision right here. At the same time, he is moving into this base and taking it out, no problem. Lion holding the supply advantage. But there's a lot of stuff from Spirit coming in. And Spirit may also reduce Lion to just 1 or 2 mining bases of his own. You can see the SCVs are all running away, but there's no way to go. There's nowhere to go. There's no tanks over here to defend. He is going to lose those 2 bases, but oh, wait. No, you've got to be kidding me. No, for the love of God, shut it down. I thought he was going to leave everything behind, but no, it looks like he's going to move forward with the tanks and the Goliaths now, and this base is going to get absolutely wrecked for Spirit. SCVs trying to hold at the top, but what can they do? It's SCVs. Actually, SCVs can fight Goliaths okay, but they can't fight siege tanks very well. Tanks not opting to siege up, though. And where is Lion headed with his battlecruiser fleet? Obviously, also there is a huge bank still from Spirit, so it's going to be a long time of mining. SCVs are actually killing these tanks. Oh man, if Spirit holds onto this base, that's going to make this game interesting. These SCVs are actually killing the tanks off. He's killed most of the SCVs, but the base itself is alive, and he's actually going to clean up the last tank too. This game just keeps twisting and turning. He's going to get this CC from Lion. So Lion is down to just one base. Well, I guess he's still kind of mining from the natural. Oh man, this is suddenly becoming like a low eco-S TVT right now. And the supply is now back to favoring Spirit. Lion was up 2 minutes ago. He was up almost 45 supply, and now he is down in supply. Yamato's going off. Are there enough battlecruisers to kill these Goliaths? And I don't know. There should be. I mean, I think the battlecruiser count is like almost the same as the Goliath count, but it looks like Lion does not want to engage. This being very tenuous here, but he's at risk of losing a lot of battlecruisers. He picks out the tank. Oh, he's retreating back to his tanks. All right, this is fine then. This makes sense to do. Oh, but the Cloaked Race. Oh no. The battlecruisers see him. He's trying to get everyone. Oh, good D-Matrix, though, on 2 of the front battlecruisers. We'll be able to clean up all of these Wraiths as well as the Goliaths. And there we go. The vessel's actually moving over now, being used as detection, as he has lost a few command centers. And again, he's going to remove to reclaim this top position. Although, as Spirit also wants it, as he is already setting up a CC over here. And Lion finally sending over more tanks and is going to clean up this expansion in its entirety. Looks like Spirit's not even going to bother to lift off, and with Goliath coming, it wouldn't even matter if he tried. And now the battlecruiser's free to run amok here, going to pick off both of these bases. There's one Goliath left that right now is being ignored. And at the same time, the Wraiths are chasing down. They're picking off all the vessels. Oh god, I hope he has scans. If he cloaks and there's no scans, as the vessels get scan. Okay, he's got the scan. He's trying to pick up the Wraiths, but there might be enough Wraiths. Another scan goes down. Are there enough Wraiths to clean up the battlecruisers? I think there's just 2 left. Now there's just 1 left, and yes, the Wraiths are going to clean this up. The battlecruiser goes down, and Spirit holds onto these bases, and a lot more reinforcements now for Spirit arriving. And he is holding onto this base with no problem at all. And Lion is now behind in supply. And reinforcements for Spirit, a few tanks, these Wraiths picking off what remains of the tanks. And Lion is going to try to back, well, he can't really try to back out of here. It doesn't matter, because Spirit also has more units of his own. This one tank with 3 health, 1 more shot, there we go. It is now dead. And, tough situation here. Lion is mined out entirely. Spirit mining off of 1 base. And Spirit tries to rush in here, but there's too much for Lion. Maybe a little bit premature. Are there enough Wraiths to take down the Goliaths? Yes, there are. Reinforcements are not of the Goliath variety and not coming fast enough. So he's going to be able to pew-pew away at these tanks. Still, like, again, a huge bank, though, for Spirit, who is now also very low on supply. 70 supply against, like, what, 70 supply? And there actually now is a mining base for Lion, so it's 1 mining base to 1 mining base right now. And Lion trying to set up a few more around the map. It's been a very interesting game so far. Both players have tried to, like, assert map presence, but no player has ever gotten a strong grip, so it's just been constantly back and forth with both players breaking through at different points on the map. You can see the Wraiths harassing the crap out of the SCVs, but a turret is about to finish, so that's going to put an end to this harass. But the armies right now from both players are so small and so critical. Oh, that's actually a lot of tanks for Lion. At least 9 or 10 tanks, as opposed to only 1 of Spirit. But Spirit is he still in the Wraith game? No, it looks like right now he's getting out of the Wraith game. Might see him switch into Vultures. I don't know. He's got a lot of minerals. If he gets access to 3 gas, though, he's getting this gas. He's taking this one. Once he gets access to that, it's going to be dangerous. We can see tons of scans being thrown down, and Spirit with his money is just going to expand everywhere, kind of like Lion is doing. Both of them sitting on these 3K mineral banks, and both, of course, and predictably, very, very gas-starved. I'm a little surprised they're not making Vultures, though. Vultures seem like they'd be very, very useful at this point in the game. Like, why not make something? And now Lion with a ton of tanks, and there is no answer right now unless he's been making Wraiths that I don't know about. But he's got no answer to this. There's too many tanks. He's got to evacuate this base. Gas mining is shut down over here. But he needs to shut it down at these bases as well. And Lion is retaking his gases. It's mining with 3 from here. Oh, that one has only 1K of gas left, and this CC does go ahead and fall. And Spirit is going to seize 1 tank on the high ground. a little bit miscollected here, but it is only one tank. The splash damage from one tank not super terrifying. Just siege. No, siege like right here. Like right here out of range there where you can get it done. And at the same time, Spirit has moved around because Lion has no defense and forcing the lift on this base and will surely come for this base as well. Kick off the gas. This CC, he should send at least one Goliath in over to kill it. Yeah, he's going to be forced to cancel that. But at the same time, Lion charging in with his full force of tanks, finally eliminating that last high ground tank. So again, both players kind of countering each other. Neither of them really having enough units to defend their own bases because there's too much real estate to cover to defend your own bases, as well as going to transfer SCGs to tanks. That doesn't work out very well. A few of them are actually aren't sieged. Looks like he's going to escape with a couple of them. But no, what I was saying is there's just not enough units for players to both defend their bases and try to take map position or damage other players' bases. It's just too low eco for that, and neither player's gotten like a strong, powerful contain that basically serves both purposes. I mean, if you have a really powerful map contain, like let's say you've got a contain of tanks running here, then you basically denied all other bases as well as secured all your own. But neither player has been able to get that game-winning sort of position on the map. And it's just ended up being units going everywhere. So again, here we go. Units of Spirit just randomly wandering over to Lion side of the map and start shooting away at the CC. I think they can only hit the back mineral patches in the comp set, but this tank, of course, can hit whatever it wants. And immediately, a CC is dropped for Lion. As that seems to be the pattern of this map. Make CC, mine from it for a minute or two, and just chill. And now Spirit setting up a very strong position on these high ground ridges. I'm not sure Lion should directly charge into this and break this. I really hope he doesn't try to do that. That would be very sad face Panda. Oh, donuts one tank already. See, again, there's no real Wraith production, but honestly, there's no real income. I need to put more SCVs on gas desperately. But again, Spirit down to just that one CC, but Lion is down to no CCs. He's trying to rebuild over here, but this is just so low eco. A random battlecruiser has arrived, and this might be important. This might be important. Does Spirit have any more Goliaths on the map? That can actually get rid of all of those tanks, assuming it can... Okay. Was that had to have been 2 Goliaths, right? That can't have been 1 Goliath that just took a battlecruiser to half health. You see Spirit holding just a little bit lightly on his ridge at home, knowing that Lion has a lot of tanks out there, which it looks like they've gone over there to clean up. The CC's still alive. There's still a little bit of gas here. Only 300 though at this point. You can see both players still have mineral banks, but they are dwindling. They are dwindling as the number of SCVs mining is not that high. And Lion again has both of these bases up right now, but if he moves out of position, he may again lose them. If he holds on to them, he can get into a better position and end up winning, but... See, he's got that one obnoxious battlecruiser for support. Has to be so careful though. Sees the Goliath and immediately moves away. And I'm surprised that these dropships haven't seen use in these low eco situations, especially with 1 or 2 of them being loaded. That's useful. That's really useful for breaking up positions. Like I said, frankly, I'm surprised. I'm not sure they're forgotten either because he's made wraiths throughout the game, and I doubt he hotkeys all 5 of his ports. So he has to have gone back to them and seen that. Oh, Yamato on a tank. Interesting enough. Oh, he's trying to move forward. Is this done properly? Sieging up. A scan goes off. Oh, and the scan did not go off for Lion, so Lion just kind of donates a tank there. And that battlecruiser's so low on health. So low on health. And this is what I'm talking about. The tanks. The tanks sneak around. He doesn't defend his bases. These expansion patterns and attack patterns are strange. They're not thought out such that they defend the bases he's trying to secure. And these 2 tanks are obviously going to be super annoying. Going to force a lift on this CC. I don't even know what to say. This game is so low eco. Supply advantage is slightly in favor of Spirit. Both players minimally mining. Spirit is now mined out. But sits on the slightly higher bank. Lion is still mining but has used up his entire bankroll. Spirit's taking up a lot of turrets over there. Lion has this base, not really utilizing it too much at the moment though.
Where did that battlecruiser die? He's sending 2 Goliaths over here. Oh, the battlecruiser actually found a way to attack the tank in spite of all the turrets. In spite of all the turrets, the battlecruiser finds a position. Oh, ow, that hurts. Make 3 turrets, 4 turrets, and then don't siege your tanks in a place where they're protected by the turrets. It's like, aw, damn. So there's no more income for Spirit, which is obviously a problem. Whoa, I heard Wraith. I heard a Wraith. Or no, maybe that was a battlecruiser. So Lion cleans that up. Okay, so we can start mining from this. Lion might be getting on 3 bases, and Spirit is mined out and doesn't have the money. He absolutely has to go shut down this base right now. If he doesn't shut those 2 bases down, he loses 100%. All Lion has to do is hold on to them, and he will win this game. Oh, actually, wait, never mind. Spirit actually had enough money to drop 2 more CCs. This might not be over yet. If Lion notices and can do something about it. Again, though, what the hell? Was this from a dropship, or where did this come from? How is Spirit constantly sneaking these random groups of units across the map? This is like kamikaze... No, that's the wrong word. Guerrilla warfare style TBT. And battlecruiser's in danger here. There's only 2 Goliaths, though. If he loses a battlecruiser to them, and now the units of Lion coming back to clean this up, they do get it cleaned up. He loses only the comsat in the process. But at the same time, Spirit is trying to reestablish bases. Both players on, like, no income, though. Lion is mining with a handful of SCVs, and unfortunately all the SCVs at this base somewhat died. And by somewhat, I mean entirely died. It's hard to somewhat die. And again, here comes another random push. Another random push from Spirit. I don't know why Lion doesn't just hold these 2 bases and send a few units over. There just aren't enough units from Spirit to do anything. Ah! The siege is slower than it could have been. There's enough for Spirit here to bust this. And this base also goes down. So again, Lion loses these 2 bases. And now it's Spirit mining, so now it's Lion's turn to send some units over here and deny these 2 bases from Spirit. That's been the flow of this game. And this CC is just straight up dead. No chance for it to live. Gonna come up to the high ground and kill that other base off. And now all of a sudden it is Spirit mining and Lion not mining. Oh, CC assassination mode, super speed style, as it is floating. But it doesn't really matter if he floats it or lands it. It dies either way. Oh, we actually hit some SCVs over here. Alright, so now we're going to kill off the gas. And Spirit has, like I said, has both these bases starting to SCV up a little bit over here. Mining this with only 1 guy. Adding a comsat here. Saying that the vision is important. And there we go! There it is! There it is! The sneak attack, if you want to call it that. There's 1 tank there, though. He turns back from it. So now Spirit needs to go pull his way, get in position, defend this base. Does Lion actually have enough money to make more bases? No, I think this is actually all she wrote for Lion. I think this is all he has. He still has 4 battlecruisers, though. That is a decent bit of firepower. How many Goliaths are in this? Actually, quite a few. Enough Goliaths that the battlecruisers could be dealt with. And it looks like Lion is just going to come in here and start distance mining. He's like, SCVs, co-mining. We share in these minerals, bro. And the battlecruiser's out of position. Are there enough Goliaths to clean this up? This is a pretty important moment right now. There are not. There are not enough Goliaths, so Spirit has to run. And for the time being, Lion gets to mine from that base. And these battlecruisers, can he get out enough money to make a few more Goliaths? The gas is pretty low. I hope he notices that he's only mining this with 1 gas. That is actually proving to be a bit of an issue right now. That is a huge difference in gas mining. It is still Spirit that is mining from this gas, but now the battlecruisers are coming down here to shut this down, and Lion trying to get back into the mining game. He ran into a little bit of tank fire, and then the Goliaths killed the rest, or the battlecruisers killed the rest. And now the CC is actually getting directly targeted down, and Spirit forced to evacuate. The scan goes off. Lion now 100% knows about that base, and I don't think he can get together enough units. Are the battlecruisers actually going to end up winning the game for Lion? Is it possible? Is it possible? The supply is dead equal. This is incredible. We're watching a 40 supply game at the 43-minute mark, and the game is still close and undecided whose fate will win. Still money. Spirit still has money for command centers. How does he have money for command centers? Alright, so he's loading up these dropships. Where is he going to go? Where is he going to go? What is he going to go drop? And now it's Lion that has a base of income and can get out a few more units. What the hell? Interception! Interception! One dropship dies! He does drop on top of this, but he'll clean it up. But again, there's still the issue of 4 lurking battlecruisers, which instantly come. It looks like he's targeting down that, and he can probably get one of the dropships. No, the dropships are just a little bit too fast for these slow cattle bruisers. And what is out? There's like no units left. There is a Goliath left. I think that is it for Spirit. That there's one Goliath. I think that Lion has this game now. His supply is creeping ahead now, and Spirit is not mining. Lion is mining with like 10 SCVs. His economy way better. An empty dropship, a full dropship, much more effective. These battlecruisers are actually being repaired, but they need to get in position. Losing SCVs right now is actually going to be pretty annoying. So here comes late game Tenku drop. Siege! Or don't siege. The SCVs run away in perfect time, and the battlecruisers are now going to come back and clean that up. Dropship will evacuate. CC not in danger of being sniped. One goes down, the other goes down. SCV are going to immediately return to mine. And it is now almost double supply for Lion. I think it is going to be Lion that in the end is going to claim victory in this TVT. I mean, this is super distance mining from A Spirit, mining with the grand total of 2 SCVs. He has no other units though, and there's still 5 battlecruisers out, so Lion is free to just secure bases and do as he likes. Probably should go kill this off, but honestly, he's just out of units. The CC is lifted. He's going to try to go over here, but it's really, I think it's over at this point. I think Lion has this. So for those of you that bet on Lion to win, I guess you picked right. There's actually still 2 tanks on this high ground too. So he's got 6 SCVs now mining, but there's a lot more than 6 mining over here. 54 supply to 30 supply. And there's not even turrets on this map that many. I think you could just go kill with the battlecruisers if you wanted to. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Who's gonna win the landing race? Who's gonna win the landing race? Who gets landing privileges? Oh man, this is close. I think Lion CC is slightly ahead in the race. So close. CC race. Also, I heard sounds of fighting somewhere. I don't know. In the great CC race. Oh man. I still can't call a winner. It's like dead equal. Spirit might have the edge. Who's gonna land their CC first? That's actually kind of an issue. Because the units are a little bit far away. Who's gonna land? I think it might be Lion. Oh no! Spirit nicks him at the end! Just beats him to landing, but the battlecruiser's now coming over. The battlecruiser's now coming over to clean up that. He's gonna have to leave it there. Doesn't even matter whether or not he lifts it, the damage is the same. So unfortunately he wins the race, and his prize for winning this race is to die. And now we can see vultures for the first time in the game. When there's no bank, vultures are made. It's like 5 vultures. There's actually 3 Goliaths standing guard though, so if there's not mines, the Goliaths are going to win this really easily. So here comes some vultures. They're just straight up hell-bent on raiding the SCVs, which actually makes perfect sense at this timing. And this is fine because he just got rid of all the eco. Spirit, where's your eco, bro? The vultures have taken care of that. He's got 1 SCV left. 1 SCV of mining, 13 supply as opposed to 65. So now we are just waiting on the tap out. Lion moving up to 2 bases, and Spirit hopes are crushed. You do not come back from 1/5 the opponent's supply. It just doesn't happen. Maybe if he made DTs, but aside from that, no chance. Unfortunately, this is TVT, so no player has an opportunity to make DTs. Spirit, man, it's over, bro. Lion's on 3 bases, man. 3 bases. You're on 3 SCVs. No, you're on 2 SCVs. 3 if you sent it to mine. So now we're actually going to see production ramp up into full force here for Lion. So he's got plenty of minerals now. And we're just going to wait. We're going to wait for this GG to end this game. It's got to come. It's got to come. He's got 4 SCVs. 4 SCVs against 3 bases. Against 3 decently saturated mining bases. I mean, it's not great saturation, but it's okay. And the supply skyrocketing. Now up almost 5 times the supply. Where does he get all these CCs from? Did he lift? I guess, yeah, he just took all the CCs from over here and he's lifting them to this side of the map, but what does it matter? What does it matter? Lion's got everything he needs repairing this battlecruiser. Where'd the other cattle bruisers go? Oh, here we go. Finally, the cattle bruiser's coming to shut down this side of the map and hopefully force GG. Because let's face it, there's no realistic hope. This needs like right of the Valkyries right now. So battlecruisers come to finish off these bases. Something needs to make battlecruisers slowly moving across the map more epic. They're epic in certain situations, but when they're slowly moving across to kill a base with 0 SCVs, they're significantly less epic. Either way, here comes the tanks and the battlecruisers. This base is gone. And GG, Lion gets the first win of the day for WeMade in a 48-minute TVT. That was so even, look at that. Until the very end when Lion got more resources. So we'll go into our last game, which is going to be between S2 Glow and Kiro Mastika. I don't even know how to say it, but Kiro Mastika. Kiro Mastika. Alright, so from 8th we have Kiro Mastika. Mastikata. Mastikata. And on the other side we have, making his return, S2 Glow. Long absent from the scene. He cast a little bit before. He played in like the initial C-Rank Star League or whatever. The initial CRIT. He is back. He is a C-Rank Zerg. I know nothing about Kira Mastikata. I don't have a clue about him. But S2 Glow here is our white Zerg at the top. And in the bottom corner as our orange Protoss, we have Kira Mastikata. And we've got a probe going out and a pylon being built. So we'll see what these two players have in store for us today. I have no idea what to expect though from the shape of S2 Glow. I don't know if he's been actively playing or not. He is known for shirtless casts on cam. I could just say Kiro, but Mastikata is kind of fun to say. It's a difficult decision. We can see... I still don't know how to do this. Damn it. Someone needs to make an FP VOD of this for me. I can never get this to work properly. He doesn't quite have it perfect, but it is working. Although it actually appears to be falling apart on him. Is it going to self-destruct or is it going to keep going? I can't tell. It looks like it might self-destruct. Either way, it's going to be a little 12 hatch here from S2 Glow, and it is going to be Forge Fast Expand from the Protoss. Oh, killing SCVs now. Looks like it has stopped. So, 12 hatch from S2 Glow, and Kiro Mastikata has his Forge coming. He's going to pretty... Oh, that's perfect. Gateway. You probably just got one hex that you need to worry about. Whoa! Say what? That's not even worth it. He's just going to Nexus first, but it's not worth it. You don't really get your Nexus that much faster, and you've already invested money on the Forge. It just doesn't end up being worth it at the end. At least that's the word on the street from talking to Draw and a couple others, is that it's not worth it to do that. Like, it's not necessarily going to put you behind either. It's just there's no real reason to do it. It doesn't get you any advantages. But either way, he's throwing down the Nexus. So Kiro Mastikata has his Nexus coming. You can see the pull for S2 Glow, very standard so far. Overlord lurking, working its way down to the proper position, and now we'll see the gateway. Gateway. There we go. There we go. And S2 Glow is going to be opting to take a third hatch at another main, which is obviously quite nice, particularly if you intend to go for the fast 4-base play and go into like heavy Liquor Ling lair play or fast hive. Either way, this gives you access to that, whereas if you take the hatch at a closer base, it usually means you're going to play more of an aggressive, probably 6-hatch style, 6-hatch Hydra type style, and just really be aggressive on the Protoss, and then eventually take your next base when you've got either contain or just a really strong army map presence. So we can see Kiro Mastikata has started his gas mining.
He should be producing a Zealot. He's getting a cannon up. It looks like only one cannon right now. The core is on the way as well. And only one cannon is fine because S2 Glow has produced a sum total of 2 lings. 1 pair of lings. And he is going to just chase this probe around now. Kira Masikata should have no trouble keeping that probe alive. As it's just being chased by 1 slowling, which is not an issue. S2 Glow actually making the lair at the natural. But Mastikata does come by and see that, so he will know what the timing of the lair was, assuming he looked at it as he came by. Yeah, it does have a distinct Asian sound, huh? I would concur with your statement. We're gonna see the Stargate probably right here. It seems to be the unequivocal, popular, must-place Stargate right next to the Nexus spot. That's just like where you place your Stargate if you're anybody. I don't know, maybe it's the Ata part, but for some reason to me that also sounds Asian. Maybe not the Masti part, but the Kata. That sounds Asian. Alright, so S2 Glow making a few more lings. And what is the status of his speed? Okay, so pretty soon now his speed, wait, oh, it's a Zealot. That's why he's making more lings, not because he wanted to, but because Protoss made a Zealot and I need to clean that up. I like the response. I much prefer some people, usually it's newer Zergs, if they see these extra Zealots, they'll make like a sunken at both bases, which I don't like because you sacrifice a drone, and at the same time, you sacrifice a drone, and when you make the lings, you can actually just go kill off the Zealots, and, no, S2 Glow is from... Oh man, like Indonesia, not Indonesia, it's one of those countries though. Shit, why can't I remember which one? Taiwan, I don't know, it's some country there. Shit, I can't think of it. I can't think of it. I know it, but I can't think of it. Is it Philippines? Shit, I cannot remember exactly which one it is, but it's one of those countries over there. Ah, Zealot! Zealot with 0 kills though. Yeah, and see, this is the thing with the lings. When you make the lings, you can actually kill off the Zealots, and then you get map presence. Or if you make Sunkens, you just waste a drone, and then you don't get any map presence out of it. Yeah, Singapore. Thank you! That's the country. We have a winner. I will mail Silent Killer 2 his 10 esports dollars. You should see it in a few days. Alright, so an Overlord is going to get assassinated. Pretty typical, he'll get 1 kill, and then the Scourge should be coming. I don't think he'll be able to get a second one, especially with no Overlords close in sight, but he is getting all the intel he would like to get. We can see the hatchery is going up. The second hatchery's got his Sunken going up. Getting an Evo chamber there for SimCity, so Kira Mastikata, Alright, I take it back. I will not send you any esports dollars. I'm actually pretty sure that S2 Glow is Singapore, though. That sounds really correct. Like, if I'm going on intuition. Now, maybe my sense of intuition is no good, but going on intuition is that, alright, we can see he's going to pick out this Overlord. We've got the Hydrogen going. Actually, pretty slow Hydrogen, already up to almost 40 drones, although he does have a few lings out, so he's probably looking at maybe 34, 35 drones if you look at it. Saturation honestly doesn't look too crazy at any of his bases. It's a little bit thin here at the natural, especially with the one not mining. We'll see how long it takes him to notice that bad boy. And, camping the Stargate, you might need a cannon, although this is so hard to make work. Like, you try this, like, most of the time Zergs try this to me, and they never get my Corsair. I don't know if it pops out in different places. Let's see if he's done it. See, this is what I mean. You never get it. You have to, like, be totally ready for it, especially given the stupidity of Scourge AI. Like, Zergs will always try to do that, but I'm like, you can try, but you're not going to actually get it. DT, but 4 Overlord. So I think this is pretty DT proof, especially as the Corsair count is not, well, what is the Corsair count right now? I like that he's getting these Corsairs. He's not, he's already got the +1. Okay, he's got +1 into DT, should be getting an Archives. Yes, we got the Archives. We got a few more gateways going down, so very typical looking PVZ type stuff right now. And S2 Glow making a lot of drones. The back base, he's actually droning from that too, which is actually fine right now because the gateway count is so low. It's not going to be like an 8 gate. It would hit too late for that. He'll probably just do a little bit of light pressure into a third. And now we've got the critical mass of Corsairs. One of them is too far in front of that. Oh my god, Scourge. LOL. Did you see those Scourge? Intercept. I don't want to die. Turn around and come back. I don't even know. Scourge are so weird. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The Overlords. No. Oh shit. Oh shit, send the DT in! What are you doing? What are you doing? There's no overlords! There's 0. Oh, okay. That was really impressive. That was really good patience. All right, now the DT come in. The Spore Colony, this Desperation Spore Colony. Will he go for it, or is he just going to target fire down drones? It looks like he's just going to go for the drones. He is killing a lot right now. 4 or 5 drones going down at least, and they're being forced to run the Hydra, trying to block them from running into the main. If he can get into the main, this would be absolutely lethal. He needs to get out of range. That right DT might be out of range of the Spore Colony. It is. He gets... no, it's back in range. Nobody can go up the ramp. He charges into the main. There is an Overlord there to kill it off. Will the Corsairs return to help deal with this? S2 Glow is going to need to evacuate this. I think he can actually kill off this... he's going for the Spire right now, and there's not going to be an Overlord anywhere else. If he kills this one Overlord, he can ransack terrible, terrible damage in the main, but a Sunken finishes in time, so maybe he can't ransack terrible, terrible damage in the main, and the DT does get eliminated. Yeah, Bulgaria has pretty strong showing, and Scourgy! And losing about 2 or 3 Corsair there. I don't know if that was just a mismove, lack of focus on the Corsairs at the right moment or what, but either way, so on the one hand, S2 Glow took some damage. On the other hand, there's only 3 gateways from Kiro Mastikata. So S2 Glow, if he wants to, can probably drone up behind this decently well and not really be all that stressed. As you can see, he's just playing with very minimal units. He's starting to get a pretty decent drone saturation now. And this is the point where it gets scary, especially if Protoss doesn't get a third fast. But he's going for such a fast third. Honestly, seeing that, well, he's adding a lot of gateways too at the same time. Adding a lot of gateways. What he hasn't started his third. Oh, okay. So we're going to see a total of 9 gateways, but he doesn't have the third yet, so this can't be supported off unless he like floods Pure Zealot. Interesting situation here. This might work though, because he's putting these gateways down, and S2 Glow is droning really heavily. Now, if S2 Glow holds this off and sneaks in a few more drones, this is already looking pretty ugly though, because the drone count. Well, drone count here is great. Drone count here is great. It's pretty good here, a little bit good here, but that's still 4 bases with pretty good drone saturation. So, pretty dangerous here. Once S2 Glow gets running... Oh, Lurker's coming in. Is there a Robo Bay? How close... Oh, can these cannons finish? Can these back cannons finish? No! Oh, man, it's close, but I think the answer is no. So, he is up to 9 gateways now. Oh, man, he's got to do crazy damage at this point. He is going to have to do so much damage with this. I mean, S2 Glow just has a really solid economy right now, and he's going into full unit production. Ling's being sent in as well. Where is the Robo? Oh, God. Oh, God. He's going to have to wait quite a while. The supply lead, though, still very much favoring Kiro Mastikata, although with 9 gateways, I guess we're going to expect that to be happening. He's actually able to produce a few goons. Is this layer? Oh! That is I really like this gateway placement. That is really nice. Every one of those gateways, wow, cool. Very cool. Unfortunately, this is a Zealot Templar army, which is notoriously bad against Lurkers, although 4 Lurkers are not that scary, but he is going to need to go back behind the wall unless he burns a bunch of storms. We'll see if he wants to spend that many storms. S2 Glow kind of faking out with his Lurkers, probably. I think he was trying to bait storms with that, to be honest. That way he is moving that guy back and forth. And now S2 Glow just making a bunch of Lings. We can see he's getting his Hive out. He's attacking his pylon so he can get his goons out of the wall. This is going to be a very, very, very scary army coming out here from Kiro Mastikata. Like, really scary. But if S2 Glow lives, Kiro Mastikata is really, really dead. And he's got great drone saturation, and there's not even a third. This is getting close to the kind of saturation where this Command Center probably needs to leave if he wants to stay housing. But this is getting close to the kind of saturation where you wouldn't even care if Protoss was 4 bases. But he's got to deal with the massive attack right now, which is definitely a concern. As that is one large Protoss army with lots and lots of Storm Pinners. Now he's going to go clear this out so he can take this base, as he obviously does need to take a base behind this attack. However, we can see, oh man, oh, this might just absolutely crush this. This is not a particularly great composition for fighting Ultras. And he's got a lot of money saved up. It looks like what he wants to do is transition straight into Ultra, and Protoss is playing pretty passively right now. I wish there'd be a little more SARE scouting of the bases to see the drone count and what's going on, so he can better decide, but he really needs to try to have something happen right here. He's just not in a very good spot. Like, he still holds a really big supply lead, but S2 Glow's economy is really strong right now. And lots of Lings moving out now across the map. This is very smart. Do this. If you don't do this, do this. Leave units behind. If you just like leave 1 Zealot, a lot of times they'll just send 6 Lings and they'll force you to cancel your expansion. And in a time like this, you just can't afford to lose that. But like I said, this is a very, very large 2-base Protoss army right now. And he's going to make ultras, but his supply is still really low. Ah, he's wasting a few links in the open. And he's trying to take... What is he trying to do? Why are you trying to take a 5th base against this? This is interesting. I don't know if S2 Glow can live this, though. He may have left it too late to make units and not the right composition, going for Hive and everything at the same time. That's really why his unit count is so low, in spite of having good drone saturation and whatnot. But he is charging now right in here, and there's really nothing standing between him and this game right now. I am worried for S2 Glow, really worried for S2 Glow. There's just so few units. All the lurkers are dead. The Spore is down. It's free run. The Nidus is here, but there's no sign of anything. There's a bunch of cows here. Oh my god, oh my god, the cows, please come fight. Why are you not? The Nidus, the Nidus. He doesn't seem to know that this is happening. I mean, I don't know if they could turn the tide of this battle, but not having them is not good, and he doesn't even use them. And he says, GG lol. That ended up being very one-sided, so that will go to 4-1. Will be your final score in favor of 8th team. And there you have it. That is today's series. Yeah, see, S2 Glow had more resources, but he had no army because he invested all in Hive and everything, and just left it a little too late. Honestly, I thought he'd be a little further ahead in resource count, but apparently not. So either way, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow for Gambit's Cup. He can't have been thinking toss OP. He had to have been thinking, fuck, why didn't I make units? Fuck. Like, there wasn't even any OP shit there. There wasn't even storms casted. The goons just A-moved into nothing. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow for